All right, you crazy teens, it's Mr. Munce again. This is going to be a short video just to highlight some features of musictheory.net, which is a website that you're going to be able to use along with tonesavvy.com, which I'll show you later. But musictheory.net is for those of you in particular who really feel like you're behind or just need a refresher, either one, on certain music theory concepts. And when we're talking about music theory, what we're talking about is really navigating your way around a piece of music and knowing what things are called, knowing where to find certain information, and of course knowing what the different symbols mean to you as a performer. Okay, so you can see here musictheory.net. This is a free site. It has a whole page full of lessons and exercises, but right now we're just going to focus on the lessons where you can find some of these. So everything from the basics you can see up here, which is what we'll focus on for this video. It shows you actual lessons that you can walk through that have, for example, the staff is the foundation upon which notes are drawn, right? Most of you probably know that, but some of you don't. This would be the type of place where you can walk through and get that type of information. The modern staff compromises 5 lines and 4 spaces. And I'm below the screen, you can't see it, but there's just a right arrow and left arrow to move from one slide to the next. Each line on the staff represents a part of the keyboard. And we have the treble clef and the bass clef. You can see this is very basic, but again, this is a tool for you to use that if you hear us give an assignment that has some terms in it that you don't understand, this would be a good place to check. I'm going back to the home page now. Even note durations. What is this symbol? Well, it's a whole note. What does that mean? Well, I go through the slide. It's the longest note duration in music. And then a half note, of course, is half of whatever this is, whatever the whole note is. That's where we get the term half note, is that it's half of a whole note represented here. So you've got a fraction, right? You can have a whole, and which is made up of 2 halves. Quarter note is a quarter of a whole note. So you got to make 4 to make a whole note. That's where, again, where all these terms are. Now, there's more to each of these slides. Like I said, today is not really about teaching this topic to you. It's just about showing you how to use the website. You can learn about rests, what they're called. As things get a little bit more advanced, you can learn about time signatures, simple and complex. You can learn about major scales and minor scales, and throughout the semester we're going to have lessons on stuff like this. And the idea for you then is just going to be to use this website only if and when you need it. Because most of our assignments for music theory will be through a website called Tonesavvy. But this one has a lot of that really nice, straightforward lessons where you can just almost like look little music theory encyclopedia for you to use whenever you need it. So again, one more time, musictheory.net is the resource for this video. Thanks, guys.